Hello, I'm Erica, the PCOS personal trainer, and I want to share with you 3 tips for a better PCOS diet. Now, these tips can work for you if you're following a really specific nutrition plan, maybe from a registered dietitian, or you're doing something like keto or low carb, or if you really don't have a diet plan right now and you're just looking for some quick wins in order to get started on your way to better PCOS nutrition. So, in no particular order, the 3 tips are: eat undistracted, eat more cruciferous vegetables, and get rid of your red light foods. Okay, so just to give you an idea of how effective these tips are, tip number 1, undistracted eating. I had a client in my coaching program, Sherry. She used just this tip and didn't change her diet for 2 weeks and lost 3 pounds when before she was really struggling to lose any weight at all. So let's get into the details of undistracted eating. Most people eat 1 to 3 meals a day distracted, whether that's in a car, messing around on your phone, in front of the television. And it's pretty consistent across kind of the nutrition research that if you're eating while you're distracted, you will probably overeat at some level on accident, because your brain is absorbed in whatever else you're doing and can't tap into your natural hunger and fullness cues. For example, I read about one study where the same women were given the same food. One time they ate it at a table, and one time they ate it in front of the television. And some of these women would eat 80% more when they were playing video games than when they are just sitting at a table. So here's how you can use undistracted eating in your day-to-day life. Take breaks from work, even if it's just 15 to 20 minutes, to actually sit down at a real table away from your desk to eat. If at all possible, wake up just a few minutes early to sit down and eat breakfast at a table instead of driving with your food, in hand. And then, of course, dinner. This is a great opportunity for you to sit down and enjoy food with loved ones instead of in front of the television. So the goal of undistracted eating is to use plates, forks, bowls, knives, and a table, no screens. And I also recommend, in between each bite, putting your silverware down instead of like sticking your fork in for the next bite while you're chewing. And that will slow down your eating process and also help you tune into your natural hunger and fullness cues. And like I said, Sherry did this for just 2 weeks and lost 3 pounds. Okay, tip number 2, eating more cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables are things like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. And we all know vegetables are good for you, but this particular type of vegetable improves our body's ability to metabolize estrogens. And there's a complicated chemical process that goes on in the body when you eat all of these wonderful vegetables, but I'm not going to get into that. It's just to say that this helps your body eliminate estrogens better than if you were to not eat as many of them. And that's important because when you have high estrogen levels circulating around in your body, that over time can lead to unpleasant periods, for example. And another issue could be you be at a higher risk for estrogenic cancers, like breast cancer. So eating your cruciferous vegetables is an excellent idea, especially if you have PCOS, because we are at a little higher risk for estrogenic cancers and for having wonky, really uncomfortable, heavy periods. All right. Tip number 3, I call this identify your red light food. So if you think of a stop sign, green is go, yellow is cautious, slow down, and red is stop. So any food that you feel like after you eat it, you do not feel well, any food that after you eat a bunch of it, you still want to eat more and you're constantly craving it after you've had that first bite, so you feel like you've lost control, those are both red light foods. Any food that you have like a weird emotional experience, maybe you feel super guilty after you eat it for whatever reason, that's a red light food. And that's not to say that if you like the taste and you enjoy eating a red light food that you can never have it again. You just don't want to keep it in your house. For example, my red light food is probably anything made by Ben & Jerry's. I never buy a pint of it. If I really want that kind of ice cream, I head over to an ice cream store and I have a scoop of it. So it's not sitting at my house, and then I'm much more likely to just enjoy the ice cream and leave the ice cream parlor and forget about it. But when you keep foods, whether it's like a chip or a cookie or a sweet, in your house that really have a hold over you, it adds unnecessary stress to your life. So not only is it a bad deal because you're eating more of something that maybe isn't as good for you, but it also stresses you out. And eliminating stress when you have PCOS is priority number one. Now, if you want to learn more about undistracted eating, click on the link below and it'll take you to my interview with my client Sherry and all about her 2 weeks of undistracted eating and how transformational it was for her. If you like this video and you want to see more tips from me on how to lose weight with PCOS, please click the like button below so that I get the feedback I need to make the videos you're looking for.